Hey, it's Steven with Jacksonville Real Estate News here. I hope you are having an amazing and wonderful day. We're going to go over what is the difference between a CDD and an HOA fee. So, like, subscribe, comment below. Love to hear any questions that you have. And please share this with your friends and your family. They need this information too. Hey, it's free to you. Why can't it be free to them too? Come on, let's get into it. Here in Northeast Florida, we've got a couple different things that are going on. We've got something called a CDD fee, and we have something called an HOA fee. Some places have one, some places have both, some places have none. So let's kind of walk through what those things are and what they look like. First and foremost, let's go with a HOA. An HOA is for a homeowners association. That is going to be either a monthly or a yearly charge to keep up the grounds for the property. If you live in a neighborhood that either has a pool or even a front entryway or ponds, a common area that needs to be kept up and cleaned, or if you have little buildings on in your neighborhood, that is run by an HOA. There are companies out there who that's what they do professionally. They run HOAs. It's like a property management company, just on a larger scale. So when you pay your monthly or yearly dues to that HOA company, they have a budget. They have people who are in charge of all of that, and they make sure that those things are taken care of. In certain neighborhoods, it's going to be, hey, we're going to make sure that the ponds are clean, the common areas are mowed, et cetera, et cetera. If you've got a larger community, a gated community, well, there's going to be a much larger HOA range that you're going to have to pay. And there are some communities that don't have HOAs at all. These are going to be in parts of town that are usually just where houses are on streets, not necessarily in a community. So keep that in mind when you're talking with your real estate agent. Figure out, hey, what are the HOA dues at this community? And just a little insider tip, sometimes HOAs have restrictions on what you can do to your house. So keep that in mind too. Some HOAs are more lenient, some aren't. Once again, keep that in mind. So, hope you've got a grasp of what an HOA is. Now let's get into what is a CDD. A CDD stands for Community Development District. Now, we've seen a lot of that come up here in Florida in the last 10, 20 years. And what that is the builder, they'll go out and they'll pick out a piece of land and go, oh, this is a beautiful piece of land. We should put something here. They decide to put something there, but you know what? They can't afford to build it all at once. They can't afford to put in the roads, the sewer, the water. If they're doing big amenity center, which are huge, they can't do that all at once. So what they do is they take out a bond through the state and a bond through the county to pay for that improvement that they're going to do, to pay for those roads, to pay for the drainage, the sewer, the utilities, to pay for all of that. They take out a bond. Usually that is a 30-year bond. Now that bond, they're going to pay for it for a while, but what they're really going to do is they're going to pass it on to you, the consumer. So once that bond is split up over all the different parcels and land and everything like that, it's split up into a certain lot. Each lot is going to have a specific amount that they're going to be responsible for paying back over that 30-year period. Make sense? So the builder takes out a bond with the county. They take out a bond, and then that bond, to build all the infrastructure for the neighborhood that you're going to live in, that bond then gets transferred over to you, the homeowner, when you buy the property. Now, that bond will go away after 30 years. That is the main building bond of the property. Now, will that transfer to the next person who buys the house? Yes, it will. But it doesn't go away unless you prepay that bond. Yes, you can prepay it. I've seen maybe 1 out of 100 prepay it. Not a lot of people do unless they know they're going to be there long term and they just want to get that out of the way. That CDD is a part of your property taxes. So that's going to be figured into your mortgage payment. Unlike an HOA, where the HOA, they send you a bill, you stroke them a check, you're good to go. So the CDD is a part of your taxes, and your lender is going to ask you when you find a house, does this have a CDD? And what is that amount? Because it's not going to change over that 30-year period. So let's do a quick review on HOAs versus CDDs. In HOA, first and foremost, it is paid by you, the homeowner, and it's not a part of your property taxes. It is a part of the upkeep and maintenance for your neighborhood. And there are restrictions when it comes to an HOA. A CDD, it is a part of your property taxes that is paid out over a 30-year time period. Also at the same time, that CDD is for the infrastructure to build the neighborhood that you're living in. And it will be there. You can pay it off early, just so you know. Now, can you have a place where you have both a CDD and an HOA? Yes, you can. You can have both. So remember, one's for the development of the infrastructure to get there, and then one's for the maintenance of that area. So yes, you can have both when it comes to an CDD and an HOA. I hope this was informational for you to give you some clarity when it comes to what are the differences between an HOA and a CDD. Once again, if you like this video or you found it informational, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. This is really good information that people want to know. And I hope you have a wonderful day, Jacksonville.